Here's the book. It's called The Woman Missing in the Mirror by Dean Mitchell. That's him on the cover there. It's your foolproof guide to getting back to the best version of you, body, mind, and soul. So there you go. There's the book. And the person, in person right here. Welcome to the show, Dean.
Thank you so much for having
And we
me.
have two of your star clients right here as well. So what we want to talk about first is the book.
Sure.
We can all buy this on Amazon or...
It's available on Amazon, Nook, Kindle. It's ebook version, obviously paperback, any way you want to go.
And I was saying, I took a picture once. I have a pile probably up to my thighs of books that I bought
Sure.
and tried and maybe didn't feel like they were successful. So talk about the difference between what you're advocating and teaching and kind of everything else out there.
Sure, you know, you kind of hit it right on the nose. There's a plethora of books available across the board, but I really felt like you had to have a degree just to kind of break them down and understand them. And I really put this out because I wanted to make it as simplistic and as seamless as possible, specifically for females, because I've been blessed enough to work primarily with females, and primarily with females like this. They're busy moms, they've got multiple kids, they've got all these different responsibilities and challenges that women face today, and they're being misguided, in my opinion, by the fitness industry. It's always the magic pill. It's always, hey, starve yourself and do some crazy workout. You know, it's go as fast as you can in the gym and restrict as much as you can in the kitchen, and it's simply the polar opposite. You know, usually, and in both these cases, the first thing that I'm doing is I'm doubling calories, I'm cutting workouts in half, and most importantly, I'm basically teaching these women how to kind of get away with living like a normal human being.
I don't understand. But that's I think what is compelling. You do Facebook kind of live videos that just speaks to those kind of things. Before we get too much farther, the reason that, and there's his website, the reason that he is obviously really compelling and kind of interesting is some of the results that we've seen. And I've got some photos here of our two lovely ladies here who are both in their 40s, both moms, both kind of started this fitness thing. Okay, who are we looking at there? Is that Yvonne?
Yes.
Holy mackerel. And that's your son? Is that your son?
That is my 16-year-old.
Oh my gosh. So what length of time was that transition?
Actually, my transition right there was probably 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it happened very quickly.
Well, you look spectacular.
Thank you.
And we have one more. I want to show everyone Kathy's too. This is also something that, all right, we're working on getting that other picture. But you both look spectacular. How do you say more food, and talk a little bit more about your philosophy when it comes to food and fitness.
Yeah, so I basically approach it from a nutrient timing standpoint, and what I mean by that is it's basically fueling the body with what it needs when it needs it, nothing more, nothing less. So I'm not against calorie counting, I don't think that it's necessary. It's thinking of it from the standpoint of most people know that, for example, a complex carb, a healthy choice would be something like a sweet potato. A sweet potato at your dinner time is a big no-no in terms of if you want to see a change in the mirror. So it's just little things like that.
So you can have it, but pick where you have it in your day.
It needs to be at the right time of the day.
We have Kathy's crazy transformation coming up here. Okay, so it's hard to even believe that's the same person. Is that the same person?
That's me.
That's you. So what was your point where you said, I need to change some things?
When I was sobbing in a dressing room on my daughter's graduation day, when that event became more about me and less about my daughter and her accomplishment, because I had nothing to wear.
You didn't have anything to wear. You didn't like what you saw.
No.
It's such pressure to feel.
Tremendous pressure, and I cared about who would see me and what they would say.
So you felt less than.
Right. And that moment was stolen from me because I chose to have the moment stolen from me.
Right, because I know we're doing these before and after pictures, but I think you both look beautiful in both.
Thank you.
I don't ever think there's before and after. I think it's all during. This whole thing is during. We're during everything. But if we feel bad during and we don't enjoy those moments in life, then what's the whole point, right?
Right, exactly.
So you have this kind of rock bottom moment where you feel not so great. You don't want to go to the graduation. We've all been in those dressing rooms where we're like, what in the world is going on here? It's frustrating and you don't feel good. So you go into Dean's workout facility the first time, and what kind of things did you have her change right away?
You know, actually, it's ironic because both their cases were very similar. They came to me, they were working with other trainers. They were in that typical go, go, go mindset where it's how many classes can I fit in a day, how many calories can I burn, and how much, again, can I restrict in terms of calories. And again, my philosophy is the opposite. I want them fed, I want them eating consistently, and I want them to not think from the standpoint of everything is related in terms of results to what they're doing in the gym. That's wrong. It's backwards.
It's backwards.
Everything is outside of the gym.
Okay.
You know, none of both these women have multiple children. They've got husbands. They've got all these different jobs, and it's simple. They don't have to give their kids up for adoption. They don't have to, you know.
We can if we want to. We could sell them.
Yeah, sure.
Ruins everything.
But you know, that's the conception that our society has right now, is that these women feel like they have to basically live in this body that is not who they are, it's not who they want to represent, and it's because they made the simple choice to start a family,
Right.
to chase a job or a career, and you don't have to give that stuff up. And that's really why I wrote the book, because you know, again, so much of it is related to the things that you're doing outside of the gym. You know, if you ask them, they're still allowed to have a couple cocktails. They're still allowed to have their favorite cheat
Absolutely.
meals.
Yvonne's like, yep.
But we put them in a position to where they don't miss a beat in the
Okay.
mirror when they do that.
What are we doing wrong in the gym for the most part? You think it's that doing like all these classes that we're doing, and we need to maybe focus? You have a really good visual, which you took it like I saw the one where you took one of those Trivial Pursuit pie
Sure.
things. You know, you all know what those look
Yep,
like.
yep.
We need to adjust. If each thing is a different kind of workout, we need to adjust what's comprising of our 6 days a week or 7 days a week.
So in terms of that, we've got all these different pieces of the puzzle, if you can kind of envision that. And I think that women have a tendency to gravitate towards what they're comfortable with, which is typically something cardiovascularly based, so whether that's actual cardio or going to their favorite class. There's benefits to those, but they're not necessarily related to what they see in the mirror. And that's really where we kind of go to work in my facility anyways, to teach them kind of what they can get away with and what's pretty much a necessity to make sure that they're highly, highly effective when they are in the gym, you know.
Well, and that's the whole point of being busy too. You know, you guys are spending all this time and energy that you don't really even have. You don't even have that extra time. What
correct.
kept you going? Like, because a lot of, I mean, yours 3 months. I mean, that is pretty motivating. Results are motivating. I mean, how about you? Did you see that fast of a turnaround, or what? Because we all start things. and
You know
then-
what I did? I was about 5 months. Yeah, I did, and I had saw Yvonne changing, and it was just the belief in the individual treatment that I received, that I could do it, that I could do it. He believed before I did, and just the community, that anything was possible. I just had to will it.
And so, how often are y'all working out, the two of you?
4 days a week?
Yeah, about 4 days a week.
That's manageable. Do you always go to
Very.
his gym?
Yes,
That's where you go.
that's where we go.
Yes.
But now people are going to buy this book. They can't all come to your gym.
Mm-hmm.
So what will they get from the book itself when they go on Amazon and get the?
So the book includes all of the principles that I've given them, and more importantly, and this is really what I think separates this book apart from that stack that you talked about, is it teaches you how to apply it. You know, it's great to give someone a concept or an idea, but then when you kind of give them that and you say, okay, well, good luck, then they're kind of like, well, how do I apply this to the fact that I have kids? How do I apply this to when I'm stressed? You know, what do I do? And that's really what the main focus of what this book was. I mean, I've met countless women like that, and it's frustrating to me to see all of these amazing women that literally with just some very simple changes, they could see what you're looking at right now.
The results here.
You know, everybody's made of the same stuff. So, yeah.
But you guys are made of some super hot stuff. I'm telling you, you both look spectacular. For
Thank
sure,
you.
that is the validation of kind of the things that you're talking about. Is look at the fantastic fit lives that you're both living. So now when you go to the fitting room, what happens?
Oh man, I tell you, I'm having a celebration in there. One big dance party.
So that's what you want. I love it. I love it. So you can do some counseling though for folks and some training, even if they're not in your area. You're in Michigan. So how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you connect with people when maybe they aren't, in your
Sure.
vicinity?
So we've got a couple options, and again, at the end of the day, this is all because I just want to support as many women as I can. So if you go to Facebook, we have a private group. It's called the I Found Her Sisterhood. So if you search that, you can plug yourself in, and that's a group where I go live every Wednesday, and I talk about whatever topic I know people are usually struggling with. It's obviously an open forum where they can ask me questions, and again, it's basically like sitting down for an hour with me, and I answer any questions that you have. It's obviously free of charge for them, but it's again with the intent of how many women can we help to get here.
And you also had a Throw Away the Scale event here in the Toledo area, which you've got another one. We don't have a date for you yet, but the best thing to do would be to go on that Facebook page, or
You can go to the Facebook page, or you can go to my actual website, which is www.deanpmitchell.com.
add the P in there, Dean P. Mitchell.
Yep.
Some
And-
other Dean Mitchell already had Dean Mitchell, so you had to add the, is it Paul?
Yes. It is Paul, actually.
All
yeah.
right, so
Yeah.
there you go. Dean Paul Mitchell,
Yep.
deanpmitchell.com.
Yep.
And he's on Facebook every Wednesdays with those lives at 8:30, which is Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to kind of connect with all these fantastic,
Yes.
it's a little party every Wednesday at 8:30.
Yes, it is.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the book, The Woman Missing in the Mirror, and all those fantastic events we told you about. That Rossford event sounds really fun. And have a great week. Connect with me on Facebook or Instagram as well. I might even work out too.
From your home